Hello everyone. This is Rajesh Dwivedi, and I am here with new video, that is water resources. And water is precondition of life, means it's the utmost requirement. And it is said that after the formation of ocean, the life started. uh, Earth, which is known as a blue planet, uh, simply because of existence of water in all the three states, that is liquid, solid and gas. A Roman architect, that is Vitruvius, was the first who hint at this hydrological cycle through his theory of atmospheric return of water, commonly today we know as water cycle. Precipitation is the most common form of uh, source of water on this earth, and India receive about 4% of means India have actually the 4% of the total water resources of the world. Uh, the water which is available in the country in form of precipitation is about 4,000 cubic kilometer, and utilizable water is only 1,122 cubic kilometer. Water is also responsible for atmospheric process, that means it regulate the global energy and maintain a common balance of heat to control the heat of the earth. uh, India uh, is having a long indented coastline where we find the lagoons, that is the saltwater lake, which carries the brackish water, saline type. But this slight saline water is used in the coastal region for the irrigation of paddy and coconuts. Now, the source of water. Uh, the availability of total availability of surface and groundwater is 1869 cubic kilometer. Now, this distribution of water and its properties on this earth surface uh, in a cycle, that is called hydrological cycle. Now, first about the surface water. Surface water covers about one third of all water on the land, and it is obtained from melting of ice and uh, through the rainfall, and it is available to us in form of the water sources like river, lakes, ponds, tanks, etc. Groundwater, uh, which is also known as subsurface water, means what we see here, that when rainwater percolates, that means when it passes through the pores of the earth or the crevices, the very narrow gap of the rocks on the earth crust, uh, it goes down and get stored uh, under a table, which is called the water table, and it is taken out by digging wells or the tube wells. And this water is always on the move at a certain depth, and the availability of water uh, underground, it's not uniform, it keeps on changing. Now, the as far as the uses of water is concerned, water is used for irrigation, means the total water, out of the total water 84% goes for irrigation, uh, because agriculture is the prime occupation in our country. So we have to focus on reducing the amount of water for irrigation by adopting the modern technique. Then water is also consumed in industries for various purposes, means making the goods or the processing of the goods. uh, then water is also used to meet the increasing demand due to growing urbanization or even the increase in the population. Now, water is used for drinking, means it is estimated that a healthy person drinks about 61,000 liter water in his lifetime. And for the domestic purpose, that is drinking, bathing, cleaning utensils and clothes and all others, water is consumed a lot. uh, then water is used also for disposal of the growing waste of the municipal waste and the dirt of all sorts. Nowadays, the use of water is that also increases for recreational activities like water park, water sports, fishing, etc. Now, but what we find that there is another problem also, which is uh, always hovering above us, and that is the water scarcity. Now, what actually it is a situation where adequate quantity of water is not available to meet the requirement for the different uses. Now, in spite of having so many rivers, why we face the problem of water scarcity? So there are some reasons. First is the climate change, means due to global warming, means many areas they actually punctuated, means they are not getting the regular rainfall even during the rainy season. Then comes the growing population. The population which is growing, uh, they need more and more water for both, that means domestic as well as agricultural activities like rice or sugarcane. Then the changing lifestyle of the people, that is urbanization and rising standard of living, means this modern lifestyle actually in the city that created more and more demand for both uh, availability of water as well as energy for basic civic services. Now, then comes the industrialization. Means many MNCs, multinational corporations, they need water and the cheap source of power uh, for running their uh, machines. Then uh, this water scarcity actually brings pressure on the water resources. So, what sort of pressures? Like groundwater, it dries up when we will take out the more and more water without recharging it timely. Then the large population of the world, they lives in arid as well as semi-arid area. That arid means the dry, where the water scarcity is the common problem. Then uh, the surface water is required more and more for the growing population. So this leads to the drying of the wet areas near about, and the excess of irrigation in arid or semi-arid area that results in the deposition of salts, because there the rate of evaporation is quite high in the arid areas, and this reduces the productivity of the soil. Then comes the consequences of water scarcity. The growing demand of water may cause the shortage of drinking water. People will have to pay for drinking water. Very soon, the scenario will come when, for our common work, we have to purchase water from the market. Many villages, they are not getting the right quality water. Then water crisis, this also create problems for the regular sewage disposal and means for the sanitation, which leads to a sort of means epidemic uh, scenario all the time. Then this depletion of underground water means beyond a certain limit, that also leads to subsidence, that is the lowering of the land. Uh, that should be avoided. Means we should draw less groundwater by the through the well or the tube well. Then water pollution also causes this acute shortage of water, and this acute scarcity of water is the result and cause of both the bad quality of water. Now this accumulation of this domestic water and industrial water, this too much accumulation and not using properly leads to the lower quality of the water. Then comes how we can conserve water. uh, Means actually conservation is what? It is nothing but the way we are protecting and making efficient use of water. Now how we can do that? Treating water as a precious resource, using the drip irrigation instead of canal irrigation, because that is the old method where water loss is more than the using for the supplying to the crops. And this will actually reduce the demand for more water and prevent excessive evaporation when we will irrigate through the drip irrigation. Modern and traditional way uh, of storing water, means the rainwater harvesting, is very important features now. And by doing the rainwater harvesting, we can store the water for non-productive work, supplying water to the garden or cleaning the vehicles and all. Then uh, the improving vegetation cover on the land, it will helps in recharge of water to the ground. And the underground water table, that will not go further down, it will rises if the land is covered with vegetation. uh, then we should stop wasting the water, polluting the water, and the flow of the waste into the water must be treated before we discharge them directly. And the pure water uh, is actually required by us to safeguard ourselves from any sort of health hazards, and for uh, continuation of our livelihood and productive activities. Uh, actually, the pure water is required so that we can uh, lead a healthy life, uh, the present generation as well as the future generation. So, I hope you like this video of water resources. Very soon, I will come with the other video. Thank you.